I'm Chris, and today we're going to talk about how to safely notch and fell a tree. Let's do this real quick. There are a few different techniques and ways to cut a notch in a tree for a couple different scenarios. I'm going to be talking about the most common notch for a tree that has a slight lean to it in the same direction that you actually want the tree to fall. This is going to be the most basic form of notch to use to help control the tree in the direction that you want it to fall. Before you make your first cut, you want to make sure you determine which direction you want the tree to fall. This is important for the fact that the notch needs to be pointing in the direction that you want the tree to fall. So as you make your first cut, it's going to be at about a 45-degree angle to a 70-degree angle down, about a third of the way into the tree or so. And then you want to make the second cut of your notch cut anywhere from horizontal to maybe a slight upward angle to that point of the notch, to the center of the angle. Now there are slight variations in how to make this notch cut, depending on how the tree is leaning, or if the tree is on an incline or on a slope or a hill or something like that, or if you want to control the direction of it a little bit more to get more precise to avoid certain hazards. So definitely take a look at what you're doing and where your location is, and research exactly what type of notch you need to use to fell the particular tree you're working on. Again, your first cut is going to be down about a third of the way into the tree, and then the second cut is just going to cut right over to your first cut, making a nice clean angle. And again, the notch is going to determine the direction the tree is going to fall. It's really going to help the direction of the tree falling. Once you have your notch cut, it's going to be time to make your back cut or your felling cut. You really want to make sure that you're cutting on the back side of the notch, that you have it right in line where it needs to be. And really, before you make the cut, make sure the area is clear, make sure you communicated to everybody that's involved that you're actually going to be felling the tree. And you want to make sure you make this felling cut about 1.5 to 2 inches above that back angle of the notch cut. And you want to make sure you make the felling cut about 1.5 to 2 inches away from the actual notch cut. And right here, if you needed to, you could insert a wedge on the back side of the tree so the tree doesn't fall and compress your saw. So with the felling cut, you're cutting from the back side of the tree towards the direction of the tree fall, towards the notch, and you're going to create a hinge by doing this. You don't want to cut straight through. We want to create that hinge so it really controls how fast a tree falls. Again, you can use a wedge on the back side of the tree to help kind of push the tree over a little bit more. And here you can see the opening of the felling cut, the closing of the notch, and it's all going in the direction the tree is going to fall. And the hinge is really going to help control the rate at which the tree is going to fall. The notch is going to control the direction, and it's really going to help push the tree right off the stump and clear everything for you. Let's take a look at the stump to really see how everything worked. In the front, we have the notch. Again, that controls the direction of the tree fall. Then we have the hinge that controls the rate of the tree falling, and then we have the felling cut. And you can really see the proportions here on how everything works. When limbing and bucking your tree up, you really want to pay attention to what's going on. You want to pay attention to how the cut is actually opening up or closing up, so you don't have anything bind on your saw and potentially get your saw stuck. You want to be aware of compression and tension. Most of the time with a normal cut like this, gravity is really helping here, and our first cut is our undercut, which is our compression cut, and our second cut is going to be an overcut, which is really going to be our tension cut. We want to make sure we always cut the compression side first, just so that, like I said, we don't bind anything up on our saw and nothing gets stuck. And then you complete it with the second cut, either meeting right to the first cut or actually cutting straight through off to the side. Now the compression and tension on certain branches could be flipped. This branch here, I thought the compression was on the underside, but it was actually on the top side of it. So as I was cutting, I was careful enough and saw that it was closing upwards so that I wouldn't get anything pinched. I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos, and don't forget to share this video with your friends. If you guys used any of these tips at all and you were safe about it, please leave a comment below. Thank you guys so much.